Chillos, welcome back. This is fucking the Critic Corp, and this is Toad's Anime Corner. Uh, I had to redo this, boy. I felt like I'm cheating you guys out of these views. I need to do it right. I mean, yesterday is a lost cause. I didn't know, and the day before that, it's like they've been up for a minute now already. But today, I'm gonna redo that anime corner. So here, this is it right here. I'm gonna do the last fucking remaining episodes of the mobile Gundam suit, the witch from Mercury. Um, It was or Mobile Suit Gundam. I'm sorry, I don't know why I always say Mobile Gundam suit, but it was it was pretty dope. I fucked with it. Like I said, it was it was a pretty good switch up with having a leading female protagonist. So that was dope. That was dope. But yeah, let's get into this shit because I got a lot of shit to talk about. uh, so we left off with them blaming fucking Miorin and the whole Benner group, and as far as them being the reasoning for the terrorist attack on Earth and all that bullshit, and on in their school and shit, and uh it was just Prospera, little evil ass, taking advantage of Miorin. But yeah. Man, I'm so sorry, guys. Let me take some more water. So we got Shadik. He launched. He goes and attacks the Jet Turk brothers, Lada and Ghoul. Exposes fucking Ghoul to Lada, and pretty much explains to him what happened to their father and his death. Ghoul was the reason of his death. Uh, Exposes himself and his whole plot scheme. How he kidnapped Cyrus and wanted Earth and space to be on equal terms, and he's the one who set up those terrorist attacks and whatnot. So, he got captured. He got taken away for that shit. He got put in confinement. But you know, it was they ended up still getting a fucking attack. Asta Cassia, I'm sorry, got attacked again by Noria. So her ass ended up sneaking and getting out, escaping the little holding place they had her in, and she, wanted to take advantage of that shit and get a revenge for them killing her sister Sophie. But she ended up, getting murdered, not serving no justice for her sister, and had too much hatred to even see what was right in front of her. Elon tried to even talk some sense into her, but it was too late. She got murdered. So then the school got fucked up though. The school did get fucked up. They had to go into these like little evacuation shelters and pretty much survive off of whatever they had type of deal. Luckily, Suletta, provided food and shit from the garden, Mioran's garden and whatnot. Her old nice ass. But yeah, they had to pretty much, camp out pretty much until the schools are back up and running how it should be. That was like a little wasteless episode. I mean, it was needed because we got to see them struggle and whatnot, and then persevere and still band together and be you know be a team and shit and whatnot. But yeah, that was a episode I didn't really care for. But So, we're still blaming the Benner group and wanting to do further investigation for them on, their whole their whole organization and pretty much, try and find hard evidence that they were, they had something to do with the attacks, with the terrorist attacks and whatnot. So, uh, Mio Ren, she ended up going into, a big slump after that, just depressed, out of it, not herself, feeling like a piece of shit type of deal. That she can't believe she let that happen. Prospera, uh, manipulate her like that. So, just let her had to get her out that slump. She challenged Ghoul, um, duel to a duel, and fucking. It was a fence duel though, because as I said, the school was all destroyed and shit, so they couldn't really actually battle. So it was a fence off. Slaughter won. Her terms and conditions were, she just wanted to talk to me and pretty much get through her brain that it's not her fault. And she needed to get a hold of herself and clear her name and the whole corporation name and get to, get back to business pretty much. Like, what the fuck you doing in here in your sorrows and shit. So, yeah. That was, that was pretty dope. That was heartfelt as well. Like I said, Loida's so nice, bro. She's so nice. Like, it's crazy. It's real crazy, man. Niggas can do her dirt bogue, and she'll still find something good in them, For instance, her mother, Prospera, she was a true dirtball. She fucking was using the shit out of Suletta. We ended up finding out, more about that whole thing, background with her and Ariel, and how she had another daughter, and Eric, and she was, stored inside of Ariel, and that's one reason Suletta was able, because they had a connection, was able to wield the power of the Gundam suit and not, have it take a toll on her like anybody else that would wield the suit, or it would only work for her. And she pretty much used, like I said, she used Suletta and tossed her to the side once she got what she wanted, which was getting Eric, fully awakened and launching goddamn was that shit, the Quiet Zero, and releasing, just havoc on niggas and getting her revenge for them, for Dylan and what he did to her home, Mercury and shit, and uh, you know, Suleta was pretty much, she was sick about it at first, but then she understood. She understood for some reason. She, like I said, she found some good in reasoning and what that shit, and ended up going to going to their aid pretty much. Not going to beat their ass, going to their aid. Like, she got in this other suit called Calibrin. They got this other suit called Calibrin, so she can me already got the ranged artists actually too, like the plan. But for them to get to the Quiet Zero and override the data storm systems and shut down the whole thing as Suletta's a fucking decoy pretty much for them, and takes on Eric and fucking Ariel. And it ended up, it almost ended up backfiring on them because Ariel just had too much sauce, bro. She had too much sauce, and Prospera was on top of it too. She was there when they got Romeo Ren and the others, Choo Choo and others of the veteran group got there. She was there to try to protect the, systems. But she got, sidetracked because, fucking, what's his name? Or what's the lead console? They them and uh the Grassley fucking corporation were fucking, you know, working together on some dirty shit, and they were banding together and trying to kill. The Grassley wanted to kill, and the league council wanted to overthrow. So they both wanted something out of this. So, and they was about to launch an attack, and on because Dylan ended up waking up. Oh yeah, Dylan old ass ended up finally waking up and shit. Fucking he was calling the shots on top of Miorin, as they were trying to complete this mission. But yeah, they got stopped all in their tracks because, like I said, the lead console, and the fucking the Grassley with their little defense systems and whatnot, and uh, they ended up launching an attack, and Suletta, who got through Eric's head that Prospera wasn't none of this meant no good for her, and she's using her as well, and like it's it's not right. It's not right what you're doing, pretty much. And she realized that, you know, long but surely, and came to her senses and um, sacrificed herself. Sacrificed herself, made this big ass like self destruct, went to this big ass self destruct mode, and saved, pretty much saved everyone. And, um, you know, like overrode the Grassley systems and all that shit. So they were like, yeah, they were all just stationed out there in space looking stupid. And but she ended up, like I said, she ended up dying herself, and Prospera got sidetracked, witnessing that. So Mioran had enough time to figure out the codes and override the data system, data storm, and whatnot. And oh yeah, fucking Ghoul too. They had a whole bunch of complications. Ghoul was Lada was trying to sabotage their shit too. Ghoul's brother, because he had hatred in him too. He was pissed off that his brother lied to him, and how he just what Ghoul became since he started fucking with Mioran and the whole Bennett group and all that shit. He hated. He just despised everything that he everything he thought was a lie, and he was in pretty much distraught and just heard about it and didn't know how to take it. So the only thing he knew was damage and hatred. So I get it, but Ghoul had to set him in his place. Had a big brother him, and he did. He almost died, but he did. Um, that big that big old self destruct mode that Eric went in. Like I said, it overrode every system, shut every system down. So Caliburn ended up getting shut down too, and Suletta, and plus Suletta couldn't even take it anymore. The suit that she was wearing, because that bitch was a monster, bro. Caliburn, oh my god, he looked fucking, he looked so sweet, bro. Like, his appearance was fire, but Ariel obviously had the Toolies. So, yeah. But I would have enjoyed seeing Caliburn a little bit more. Fight a little bit more. It would have been Caliburn and Ariel. I feel like, I don't know, he just looked like a beast. That suit just looked like a fucking beast. But, yeah. The suit, she ended up getting worn out from the suit, fucking collapsing. Uh, but luckily they got her back to the ship and got her out the suit, and you know, uh, got her back to safety and her body to safety, and um, she woke up on tip. Hopping right back in the suit after that shit, then wiped her ass down and shit. Good did the same thing, like I said, they're almost dying, fucking hopping right back into a suit. And they set out to go save Miorin and Prospera and what was left of Ariel. Soletta just didn't want to give up on Ariel and Eric. Which I get it too, that's pretty much your blood, that's your sister. So yeah, but yeah, because they ended up getting captured by uh, the Grassley and the League of Console pretty much. And man, them bitches, bro, them League of Console. I swear, I knew they was up to something, bro. When they was making clones of Elon, like they want to talk about Soletta being a witch. They was some true witches. Hell nah, they was doing some true witchery shit. Hell nah, fuck that. I knew they was up to something. I knew they was up to no good. They just looked like they was just on some evil conniving bullshit. But yeah. I just wanted to talk about shit on that real quick. But yeah. So they ended up going to their aid. Um, you know, saving them pretty much. Uh, Suletta, she had to fucking what's her name? Um, she had to reawaken Eric and through Ariel. I had to reawaken Ariel through Eric. Same thing, but I had to reawaken her because her ass, like I said, she went into self-destruct mode and shit. So I had to reawaken her. Got her to join forces with her. With Caliburn. Got Ariel and them to join forces with Caliburn, and they they went to work. They went to work. They fucking ended up controlling a whole bunch of other Gundam suits. One of them was Elon's. So we got to even see the real Elon being summoned out of nowhere. That shit was crazy. Like I said, this whole series was dope. I fucked with it. I don't know if it's the end of it. I don't know if they're like hoping. I'm hoping they make more, but I feel like that was the end. I think it was only a good 2 seasoner. So hey, fuck it. It was good. It was good while it lasted. Some shit you don't need to stretch out like that. But yeah, they ended up controlling all the Gundams and launching this even bigger crazy attack, more crazy attack. It was like rainbows and shit, and like colorful. It was just beautiful, bro. It was real beautiful as attack. I wouldn't mind being hit by the attack, but that shit ended up wiping the whole, everything in this vicinity type of deal, and they. The Grassley and League Council ended up coming up short. Suletta and Eric ended up fucking up the goddamn Grassley and their whole defense systems. And then Mioran, smart ass, ended up finding a way to do this big public ass announcement globally, like globally, and exposing how the league high council and how they're colluding with the Grassley people or the Grassley Corp, and they're the reasoning behind all this, and or what's that task right now, was that was doing the works right now is what they were in charge of. That's all they're doing pretty much. And Shadik fucking confessed his whole big confession and how he, you know, he ordered those terrorist attacks to pretty much clearing up her name. Clearing up her name. Um, Making an agreement with the fucking Earthians and selling all the assets and shit. Making. Just setting everything straight. And that ended up, you know, leaving the league high council with the short end because they couldn't manipulate how they wanted. So, uh, yeah, it was there. Everybody that deserved their demise, and everybody that deserved a happy ending got a happy ending pretty much. It was Suletta got to be with her mom, Prosper and Eric still, fucking because Eric ended up being transferred into this other little talking device that Mio and Smartass fucking created. Prosper ended up getting developing a data storm infection, whereas fucking couldn't walk no more, but she was using this big ass hovering like wheelchair shit, looking like Professor X. But she was still mobbing, she was still pushing it. So, um, yeah, like I said, everybody, Elon even got to live his life. He quit. He left the league console as soon as all that shit got announced by Mio, and he parted his ways. So he's living life he wants to live now, and not being an emotionless clone fuck. Um, Ghoul, he's still Mio and Ghoul. They're still in charge of the Banneret, and everybody, like I said, everybody had a good ending. Everybody. So, with that being said, guys, again, I do apologize for the technical issues. Um, Let me know what you guys thought about this fucking anime series as a whole. Leave some likes, subscribe, support the motherfucking corp. I fucking, I, I'm so grateful for you guys that fucking liked and gave this shit views the first go around, but this one actually gonna have sound. So tune in, log in, toodles.